We're going to go back, guys, to 2007 to a game that was released, guys, on the Xbox 360 as well as the PlayStation 3. And this is a game, guys, called Timeshift. And I wanted to talk about this title with all of you in this segment of the show because Timeshift was a game that was almost beyond its time, in my personal opinion. I absolutely loved the concept here of Timeshift. I thought there was something really special here with this game. You could kind of like reverse time, you know, do all these different types of abilities within this world and in this game, and I absolutely loved it. It was, at the time, guys, when this game came out, it was one of my top 10 favorite games. I absolutely loved it. And that being said, though, I want to talk about where is Timeshift 2? Because, you know, there's been a lot of talk that could some of these old titles that were, you know, that did come out way back when, could they come back? And could they come back with like a remaster? Could they come back in one capacity or another? Because Timeshift, you know, back in 2007, the graphics were really good. I just overall really appreciated what Sabre Interactive as well as Vivendi games kind of put together here with this game. So let's talk about, you know, kind of what happened here and where Timeshift 2 is, and could we maybe see a sequel at some point in the foreseeable future. So let's talk about it. So guys, Timeshift, as I said, it was a first-person shooter developed by Sabre Interactive and published by Vivendi games. It also came out on PC, guys. This was a game that received mixed to positive reviews. The PC version received 71 out of 100 on Metacritic, and of course, you know, on GameSpot, had a 6.5 out of 10. You had IGN giving it a 7.6 out of 10. Team Xbox gave it a 7.9 out of 10. And even like Game Trailers gave it an 8.2 out of 10. So overall, guys, yeah, mixed to more so positive reviews as far as the reception is concerned. So typically speaking, guys, the reception, if you get pretty good reception on a game, a lot of times that will sometimes greenlight another game. A lot of times the sales also have to do with, you know, them coming out with a second game. But I think that it's a little bit different with this title in particular because the reviews were mixed to positive, which would probably state, okay, people like this game overall. But I think we've got to look at a couple other things here. Number one is the publisher. Vivendi Games, guys, this is a company that was an American video game publisher and holding company based in Los Angeles. It was founded in 1996 as CUC Software, the publishing subsidiary of CUC International after the latter acquired video game companies Davidson and Associates and Sierra Online. Between 1997 and 2001, the company switched parents and names multiple times before ending up organized under Vivendi Universal, later renamed Vivendi. In July of 2008, Vivendi Games merged with Activision to create Activision Blizzard. So, let's talk about this here, guys. So when we look at this, Vivendi Games, it merged with Activision to create Activision Blizzard back in July of 2008. Timeshift was released, guys, to the world, okay, Xbox 360 and Windows on October 30th, 2007. And then, of course, in North America, November 1st of 2007, and then in Australia, and in November 2nd, 2007 in Europe. So what I'm saying is this. 2007 is when Timeshift came out, and then Vivendi Games shortly after that merges with Activision to create Activision Blizzard. Now, what happened to Sabre Interactive? So on the flip side of this, guys, Sabre Interactive Incorporated is an American video game developer founded in 2001 with headquarters in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. The company has regional offices in St. Petersburg, Madrid, Minsk, Porto, and Sundsvall, and employs over 600 people. Sabre was acquired by Embracer Group in February of 2020 for $525 million, making the studio a direct subsidiary. So with that, guys, they're still around, Sabre Interactive, and if we look at the list of games that have been developed by them, they started with Will Rock in 2003, and then in 2007, you have Timeshift. Now, what else did they do between 2007 and now? Well, guys, they've done a lot, right? They did Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary in 2011. They've done a number of different games, guys. I mean, Road Redemption. They did let's see here. I mean, they did World of Warriors, The Witcher 3, Wild Hunt Complete Edition, Vampire, World War Z back in 2019. And so what are they working on right here and right now? Well, they're working on a number of stuff, guys. They're working on Crysis Remastered back in 2020, Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary. They're also working on World War Z on the Nintendo Switch, WWE 2K Battlegrounds, Quake Champions, which is to be announced on Microsoft Windows, as well as World of Speed, and then Halo Online got canceled. But let's put this into perspective. You've got a company that did Timeshift, okay, back in 2007, and they worked on a number of different things. So the IP, though, is owned by, of course, the developer, which was Vivendi Games, who is now merged into Activision, which, of course, created Activision Blizzard. So what I'm getting at is this. If Timeshift 2 is going to be made, it's going to be made based on, with Activision Blizzard. Do I think that's going to happen? Well, it's very possible, but I don't know if it's going to be anytime in the foreseeable future because Activision Blizzard, they're working on a ton of other things. Timeshift was something that I feel like the timing of, Vivendi Games being, merged in 2008, shortly after this game came out, and then with Sabre Interactive being purchased and such. I mean, guys, it's just one of those things that you got to kind of look at a number of different aspects here. Now, Sabre was kind of their own thing for a long time until February of 2020, which was pretty recent when they were acquired by Embracer Group. So all I'm saying is this. If Timeshift 2 is going to come out, which I don't think we can expect it in the foreseeable future, but it's really in Activision Blizzard's court if they would ever make a Timeshift 2. So where is it? I just think, guys, that it's in an indefinite hiatus or a limbo state at this point because Vivendi Games at the time, shortly after the game comes out, they get merged with Activision to create Activision Blizzard. And so I think that maybe Timeshift got lost in the mix of all of that. It's still owned, of course, by now Activision Blizzard. But with that, will they work on it? Are they maybe working on it? I'm sure it's possible, guys. It's been so long that I feel that if they did another Timeshift, it probably wouldn't be called Timeshift 2. It would probably be like a Timeshift soft reboot. That's just my opinion, guys. I'd love to hear from you guys. What do you guys think happened to Timeshift? Do you think we'll get a Timeshift 2? Where do you think it is at this point? Let me know in the comment section down below. And for more Timeshift 2 content and videos, stay here with Zero TV.